The famous Angel's Landing hike at Sire National Park. You will need to get a permit on Recreation.gov before your hike in order to get all the way up to Angel's Landing. The distance for the hike is not that long, but it's a continuous climb to the very top. So it's rated as strenuous for that particular reason. You are primarily walking on hard surface all the way to the top and mostly under the sun and a continuous climb. So you need to bring plenty of water. When you get to the Wiggles and you look up, this is the final section before you get to Scout's Landing. I split from my friends as we began the climb, and the difference is about 22 minutes before they got up to this same point at the top of the Wiggles. You don't need a permit to come up here to Scout's Landing, but beyond this point, if you want to head up to Angel's Landing, a permit is required to go up to the chain section. But you still get a pretty nice panoramic view here at Scout's Landing. So here's the fun part. To go up to Angel's Landing, you have to go along this spine, along the ridge, holding onto the chains to kind of carefully weave your way all the way up to the top. And that will be Angel's Landing. You will have to hold on to the chains in most sections. That's why they have implemented the permit system to limit the number of people going up and down at the same time. It's really a two-way traffic in a one-lane road. So in some section that I actually told people I'm going to just hold on to the chain and reach over them as I meet them halfway. I would recommend wearing gloves. That way you would not mind holding on to the chain at all times, which will give you a more secure feeling because it's quite a steep drop-off on both sides. In some sections, it is best to just use both hands to pull yourself up on the chain to continue the climb up. Angel's Landing, the final section. To the top. Here at the top of Angel's Landing. Beautiful valley below. Just gonna walk up a little bit more to the end. Looking out on opposite sides at the top of Angel's Landing. It's just an amazing view at the very top, looking out, enjoying the scenery. Just going to walk along the ridge to get to the end. Here to the last part of Angel's Landing. It's a steep drop off on both sides, so don't go too far to the edge. Lots of tourists. At the end of Angel's Landing. Looking back towards the visitor center. Way down that way. Gonna pan around. That's right at the very end. So a lot of people are just hanging about over there. Looks like there's a helicopter over there. Must be doing a Zion National Park tour. And that's the way we came up from. Right at the top, it's pretty flat. When you stop to enjoy the view and sit down, the chipmunks may come up and approach you and may even crawl up to you. Just ignore them and don't feed them. From the top at Angel's Landing, way down there where you see a little hut, that's the toilet at the base before the change section, right there at the center of the screen. Zoom back out. You can see the whole valley below. Zion National Park. That's the trail that we came up from. And I'm going to pan over this way. You can see this side of the valley of Zion National Park. Back that way is Springdale, Utah, and where the visitor center is. And just past that block of rock is the end of Angel's Landing. There are a whole bunch of people there. I was up there earlier, so a little bit better, quieter video experience over here. And a nice shade under the tree. After spending a good amount of time at the top, time to head back down. which can be more interesting than the climb up, because now you actually see how far up you are as you head down. The also advantages, you get a view of the valley below as you descend, which is quite magnificent. And there you see the zigzag coming up towards the Wiggles.